Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Omnis Oracle. Hi, Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio Cross Watchers. Welcome. Hi, Light Workers. Everyone in the Scorpio energy. Our moon is in Scorpio, okay, which is very emotional energy. And what I'm getting from Spirit now about that emotional energy is treasure. There is treasure at the bottom of the sea, is the message that I'm getting. Okay. So that Scorpio energy takes us deep, deep, deep into Olokun's waters, where we bury a lot of our emotions that we think has no value, that we think causes us to sabotage our lives, and it's only because we did not realize that our emotions was our superpower. And if we learn how to use them, and if we learn how to integrate them into positive energy and light energy, okay, then we will reap the benefits of that emotional energy. And so there is there is value at the bottom of the sea. There is treasure at the bottom of the sea, is the message that I'm getting from our Libra energy. Our sun is still in Libra, which is that air energy, that energy of clarity. So it's interesting enough to me. I feel like, our emotions, our heart, you know, things like that represent dark, chaotic energy. And the wind, represents enlightenment, represents truth, uh, sometimes it represents conflict, but only because, in a sense of spiritual warfare. Okay, it's not chaotic war, it is war in order. Okay, and so when you integrate both of the energies, you're going to get a value uh, beyond what you can even imagine, and you'll be able to make decisions that is going to help you prosper, and not make decisions based on extreme emotion or extreme logic, because then we're out of balance, and everything that we do acquire that seems like a blessing is ends up being a blessing with painful toil, a blessing with sorrow, a blessing with harmful causations, or a blessing that you got to work too hard to keep, which is painful toil, right? So, and we don't want that. Okay, so that's my message as I tap into the energy of Scorpio today. I hope that you can see the forecast. Our moon is in waxing crescent, and so the light is coming in a little bit to shine on the moon. Right now, the message I've been getting about the moon being dark the way it is, we are still in new moon energy, basically. And that new moon energy represents the fact that a lot of us who are ascending, a lot of us who are waking up, a lot of us who are striving, we're going into a lot of us that are trying to manifest, right? So, third dimension is the dimension that we live in, our matrix. It's where our mind is attached to, right? And so, for some of us, myself, it's really hard to go into the next dimensions because our minds is attached to this third dimensional um, uh, atmosphere or vortex or whatever you want to call it. And so a lot of us are trying to figure out how we can manifest, and we need to go into the fifth dimension in order to manifest. And then we get there, what do we do, when we get there, basically, right? And so you got the third dimension, and then you got the fourth dimension, which represents time, all kinds of time. And then you have the fifth dimension, which represents or is a quantum field of endless opportunities. a quantum field of endless opportunities. I'm thinking about the letter, the number 8 turned to the side, like the infinity symbol. Okay, so we're in that energy where we're ascending, we're elevating, and we're going into this no thingness energy where we don't know what we want to do, we don't know where we should go, we don't know where we're going, where we're coming. We don't know exactly what we want to manifest. Okay, we know that we want to manifest, but we don't know what we want to manifest yet, because that moon, like I said, we're in new moon energy, and as that moon begins to come in and shine back in on the moon, we're going to realize what we need to manifest. And us being in Scorpio energy just represents the heart and the emotions and things like that. So even though our minds are attached to the third dimension, our hearts, okay, can is not attached to just one dimension. Our hearts is multi-dimensional, and our true desires are in our hearts. A lot of us, focus so much on what we desire, but we don't understand the difference between the true desires of our hearts and the desires of our flesh that comes from ego. Okay, and in this fifth dimension, where you know our minds is not there, right? Our minds is still attached to the third dimensional, which is ego. Okay, that's where we get our desires from ego. But when we feel like we are in this quantum field of endless possibilities, this no thingness, this darkness, this energy of I don't know what I want to manifest now that I have the opportunity to manifest. What we need to do is basically put our hands on our hearts and begin to listen to our hearts, so that hearts can speak to us and tell us what it is our true heart desire is, and it has to do with our purpose. What is my purpose? What is my true heart's desire? Because our true heart's desire wants to live out our purpose before we leave here. That is why we struggle so hard to live, even if we feel like sometimes in our ego, or we feel like sometimes wherever that's coming from, that we don't want to live, or we don't want to be here anymore. The heart, gives us the strength to fight for life, because we have not yet fulfilled our purpose. And until we fulfill our purpose, or until we have a knowing that we have fulfilled our purpose, we struggle to stay alive. Okay, and so it's that oxymoronic feeling that we get. I want to be here, but I don't want to be here, but I can't leave yet because I feel like something is missing. I feel like I didn't fulfill whatever my purpose is, even though I don't even know really what my purpose is. You know what I'm saying? And so this is a perfect opportunity to really listen to your heart. And I'm speaking to everyone under the Scorpio energy. Okay? Listen to your heart so that you can be enlightened or made aware of what your true heart desire is, so that when you manifest abundance, pure prosperity, blessings with no painful toil, no harmful causations, okay, no snatch back, okay, blessings that come with no sorrow, okay. I didn't realize I was going to preach today. Wow. So I felt I felt led to also shuffle my crystal spirit deck. Now we know that we all have a divine army, right? And so everything has spirit, everything has energy, and every energy has spirit, right? And so I believe that crystals have spirit. That's why they benefit us in so many different ways, in a medicinal way. Okay, they help us heal, they protect us, and things like that, because they have a spirit that is a part of our divine army, and they give us messages, right? And so I decided to look at the pictures of these cards and tap into the message that the crystal spirit has for me to release into my vortex, to release the people who are connected to me, to release to you. Okay, and so we have the watermelon tourmaline crystal spirit message today, and I did get a message from this crystal spirit that I wrote on the card. Okay, and so let me see what I wrote for Scorpio and for all of us who is in Scorpio emotional moon energy, dark moon energy. What is the message? Bask in the bliss of just being. Okay. It says, your natural joy and peaceful heart will fill your cup until it overflows with a love that will cause your outer conditions to respond. You are where you need to be, even when problems exist. They do not define you. Bask in the bliss of just being you. This is how you will manifest your heart's desire with no painful toil, no harm, and no sorrow. But see the perfection in the moment and just be. And this is what, I forgot to mention how we get to the fifth dimension by just being, not concentrating on the past or the future, but in the fifth dimension, which is this quantum field of infinite possibilities. We are aware of just being. We're just being, and so that's why, we're there and there's no thingness. There's nothing, you know what I'm saying? So we can create from nothing, right? Instead of creating from past and getting some of that past residue into our future. Okay? So that was beautiful. Actually, two flipped out. We have new mic. Did I write a message for this? I did. I did get a message from the new mic crystal spirit, and that looks like the new moon. And we're still in that new moon energy with a little bit of light coming in. That's why it's waxing crescent. I want to make sure I look because, honey, I'll be saying waning when I'm supposed to be saying waxing. Okay? All right. So you are progressing. So Scorpio, if you're feeling emotional and you're feeling like you're not progressing and you're feeling stuck, this crystal spirit energy wants you to know that you are progressing, beloved. Keep going. Keep practicing. Give yourself credit no matter how small. You are a co-creator with our conscious universe. As you dance with her, the universe, leading and following, stepping on each other's toes here and there. Pay attention to the cues and keep practicing, okay? Because practice leads to the results and repetition develops skills. You are achieving self-mastery, pure prosperity, and cultivating love. Love says to you, I am chakra. I am the magician. I am love. I am a co-creator with our conscious universe. I am progressing. Okay? So, Scorpio, I hope that you're blessed by that message. I know all of us in the Scorpio moon energy will be blessed by this message also. Listen, I almost forgot. You can like this video. You can share this video. You can comment below and let me know how it resonates with you. Or you can subscribe if you feel my vibe. Or you can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Ring that bell next to the subscribe button. Okay? If you want to be notified every time I upload content from our divine army. Okay, beloveds? All right, so I just want to thank God for the message so far. I want to thank Mommy God, Almighty Breasted One, Father of the heavenly lights, where every good and perfect gift comes from. We thank you for this good and perfect gift of wisdom today, guidance, comfort, and for your divine army leading us and guiding us and comforting us with your loving eye. We thank you for our Christ consciousness and giving us the ability to unchain our Christ consciousness so that love can live and act in us, through us, and around us. Ashe. I like to say Ashe because it is the power to make things happen. Okay? So that was the crystal deck. Now, for some reason, my little tiny playing deck, card deck, was charging because I sat it with my other tarot and oracle cards, and I realized it's been calling me to give me messages. And I haven't planned on using it, but um, I just have a clear cognizance that it's been charging with the other decks, and now even my regular, playing card deck, whatever you call it, I don't even know what you call it anymore, playing card deck, has messages for us. Okay, so we have the Ace of Clubs. All right, and so that to me reminds me of the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is about travel. Okay, it's about fire, and so I just really believe that the Ace of Wands means that Scorpio, just what I was saying to you a little bit earlier about us being in the realm, in the quantum field, the quantum field of infinite possibilities, and that's what this card represents. Your new beginnings, taking action and manifesting uh, something new from nothingness. Okay, so that was a blessing. Let's see if there's any other message from this deck. Regular playing card deck. Nobody taught me how to use this deck but spirit. So if somebody that uses this spirit and was taught, by someone, don't criticize me, honey, because I am reading intuitively and being taught by spirit, being taught by our divine army. Okay? So we have the Six of Hearts, and that's a six, right? So, I mean, I'm just the heart. Remember earlier I told you that we need to figure out what it is our heart truly desires. And in order to do that, we have to listen to our heart. Listening to our heart is act, an action, like the Wands tells us. It's an action that causes our heart to reciprocate that communication with knowledge and wisdom about what it is our heart truly is desiring. Okay? And so that's really what I'm getting from that message, from the hearts right now. Let's see if there's anything else. Because it reminds me too of the Six of Cups, and so I feel like Scorpio, I feel like someone from your past is coming into your existence. I just want to say that too. It seems totally random, but someone from your past is coming into your existence. We have the Queen of Hearts, okay? And so someone that you love very dearly is coming into your existence. We have the Ten of Clubs, and you've been through a lot with this person, and you dearly love this person because you've been through so much with that person. And I just feel like the Ten of Clubs talks about how much you've been through with this person. The Ten of Clubs is the burden card, the Ten of Wands. It's the burden card, a lot of burden. So this person, you love them a lot, and you're connected to them. You've been through a lot with them and things like that. But you have to be careful with letting the past come in, okay, as they were before, because you're not who you used to be. And so you might find yourself being burdened by the past and not being free from the past if if you don't be careful, okay? Because relationships change. What tied you together with this person from your past was hardship. What you had in common was things that you were going through that were burdensome, stressful, you've been through a lot and you came through a lot. So be sure that that person has grown with you and is ready for a new kind of relationship that's not built on what you have in common when it comes to the hardship that you've been through in the past. Okay? All right, so I just read, whoa, that was hard. That was kind of hard. I was afraid to say really what, because that was a different kind of read. Okay. So, I feel like my Light Seers deck is usually what I read from when it comes to that kind of read, but let me see if anything comes out for you with the Light Seers deck. I just polished my nails. I feel like I'm messing them up because they're not fully dry yet. But oh well. I don't know why I go on polishing these nails, honey. I guess I just get in the mood sometimes, you know. So we had one flip and we have the Knight of Wands. So we still in that wand energy, which is interesting, you know, for Scorpio. Being a water Scorpio, right? But yeah, being a water sign. I want to be sure I said it right. And so we have the Six of Cups again. So that's confirmation. Someone coming into your past that you love very dearly, but the other cards that backed it up, see, they seem to be very happy together. You know what I'm saying? You grew up with this person. You've been through a lot with this person, maybe. I'm not sure if you grew up with them or you've been a lot with them, but I'm quite sure you guys grew together. You know what I'm saying? And in some type of way, you have years of friendship, and somehow you fell off, and they're coming back into your life. And what you had in common before was, you know, hardship. Okay. And so I feel like this relationship with this person from the past, I don't know, for some reason I feel like it's a blessing. But here we go with we got the Ten of Swords. And see, she's walking away from the hardship. So I really feel like that person from your past, I really believe that you and that person walked away from those type of hardships. You learned from them hardships. But be sure, you know, I wonder what's going to happen. Like, did that person, I should just trust myself. I really feel like that person planted seeds of growth, harvesting, being thankful for the harvest that your seeds have been planting. Seven of Pentacles. All the time we got some Pentacle energy up in here. Okay. So yeah, you're going to be very thankful for that person coming back into your life, because not only did you go through a lot together, okay, a lot of hardship together, you both are in a energy of reaping what you have been sowing, reaping the harvest that you have been sowing. And apparently you might have been sowing some good seed, because you are harvesting them with thanksgiving, okay, in your heart. And you're going to be thankful that that person came back around. We have the World card, okay? That represents something coming back around. All right. And it also represents fertility. It represents new birth. Okay. New beginning. So with this person coming in from your past, you're going to have a new beginning with them. That's what I wanted to know. You know what I'm saying? You got the Page of Wands. And so your relationship is going to be like, you're going to feel young again. You know, you're going to reminisce about the past. All right. And so laugh about the past. You know what I'm saying? When we remember when we was young, and you're gonna be talking about how y'all didn't, you know what I'm saying? How y'all can't take now. You can't even deal with the stuff that you dealt with back in the day, because you had the energy for it back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Some relationships that y'all put up with back in the day, you had the energy for. You ain't got the energy for that now. Y'all gonna be reminiscing about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's coming back around to you. We got the World card, all right? And I feel like you're going to help each other. You're going to help each other build. So, wow, this is definitely different kind of reading. You know, you're going to find new things in common with each other. Looking at the wands, the Knight of Wands, you're going to find new things in common with each other. You're going to build things together. You're going to support each other. You're going to support each other, each other's goals and aspirations, whether verbally or in whatever way you guys, feel led to support each other. So, okay, this past thing is on and popping. All right. I wonder if that's for the rest of us in this Scorpio energy. I wonder if that seemed like really just personal for Scorpio. All right. Well, let's see what our Osho Zen Tarot flips out for us. And look at, I have to pay attention to this. No thingness. I'm just talking about that energy. This is the fifth dimensional energy, okay? The quantum field of infinite possibilities, where we can manifest from no thingness and not from the past, okay? Because manifesting from the past, dreams and desires that you had is going to bring you sorrow, okay? So, and we don't want that, okay? So don't stress. I mean, I know it feels quite odd being in a no thingness energy, but just be patient. And like I said, listen to your heart. Take the time out to really listen to your heart, and your heart will reciprocate your form of communication regarding listening with wisdom, with new wisdom, okay? Tuning in. See, that's just confirmation. Tune into the true desires of your heart, okay? Rebel. Okay, so I feel like this card, mostly I pay attention to the fact that the chains are broken. And so when you tune into what it is your heart truly desires, okay, you're going to, the process of breaking the chains to the past that no longer serves you, the process of breaking the chains to breaking those chains that is keeping your Christ consciousness, keeping your dreams, keeping your true desires from blessing you and giving you the true abundance that comes with no sorrow, no painful toil, and no harmful causations. I feel like the chains are being broken. Once you start manifesting or planting seed with the goal or the purpose, or because you want to seek first the desires of your heart and not the desires of your flesh, the desires of your flesh is going to find itself feeling quite satisfied, okay? Now, we got the Fighting card, so I wonder what this is. I wonder what that's about. The Fighting card. Don't fight, okay? Receptivity and laziness, right? Okay, so that's just confirmation. We got the Fighting card. Don't stress, don't fight. Don't fight this energy that you're in, okay? You're going to bring yourself right back in the third dimension, and it's the only thing that you can manifest in the third dimension is what you've been manifesting, and you haven't been getting the type of emotional satisfaction and spiritual enlightenment that you need from manifesting in that kind of way. So don't fight the energy. Don't wrestle with God, okay? He is doing a new thing. He wants you to perceive that he's doing a new thing and to relax and enjoy, okay? Just relax. When you relax, you will be able to hear the whispers of the true desires of your heart, okay? All right, so one more or maybe two more. I'm going to do the numerology. I'm going to do the numerology. And see, I'm pretty new to all of this, so I'm just allowing Spirit to give me intuitively what I need from these decks, because they called me and I know it is the Spirit of God that calls me. Time out. Wow, if that's not confirmation, then what is? We just had the laziness card from the Osho Zen Tarot, right? What we would consider lazy, okay? But nah, it's just time out, chill, okay? This is what you should be doing right now. Time out, chill, tune in to what it is your heart truly desires, okay? And this is going to bring you into an energy of creativity, and you're going to know what you need to do after doing nothing, right? Seven. And so the numerology of this card, we have a set 37. And so we're going to do 3 plus 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 1. That's the world card. Time out. And you know what? When I forgot to mention with the word card, the reason why I say it can represent fertility is because it represents new birth. It represents how the fetus is in the womb of mommy God, right? And the womb is a dark place, okay, where you don't do anything but wait to be born, okay? Your only action is inaction, which is action, all right? And then all the action is going to come when it's time to push, all right? When it's time to be creative, all right? And so let's put it up that way. And so we have the number 3. And what I'm getting from number 3 at this time is that you're going to have the support that you need, you know, in order to come out of mommy God's womb safely, okay? So you know how when your mother give birth to you, you got the doctors there, you got the nurses there, you got the forceps, you know, they got everything ready, you know, just in case things don't go as smoothly as they needed to go. So you got plenty, mommy God got plenty of support in giving birth to you and make sure you come out, you know, safely. All right, so it's time for new birth. Right now, you just time out in mommy God's womb, in that infinite field of endless possibilities, okay? When you was a baby, you came into this world with infinite possibilities, okay? So now we're going to do this on a spiritual level, okay? Because, you know, that whole being born into sin didn't work out too well, now did it? You know, I don't know what I'm saying. I just be saying stuff. And, you know, what I say sometimes makes sense sometimes, and other times it doesn't make sense when new knowledge comes, because you know it reminds me of that whole rabbit duck, you know, is it a rabbit or is it a duck? It's a rabbit and it's a duck. So it's like that sometimes when I say certain things, like you need to be made whole. And then when I was talking to a friend of mine, she was like, you're already whole. And I'm like, well, why do we need to be made whole if we're already whole? Why do we need to heal if we're already, well, you know what I'm saying? So it's like being able to see that there's truth in all things. And we have self-love. Self-love. So continue to practice self-love right now. Continue to put up, you know, I want to say barriers, for lack of the better word I'm supposed to be using. Standards, you know. So 6 plus 1, you have this card. It is 6 plus 1, which is 7. And so to me, that just means that loving yourself is what's going to make you whole. In granting whatever wish your heart is desiring. But first you got to tune into your heart to figure it out. What is it truly desiring, so that you can start living your purpose, because only your purpose is going to bless you without harmful causation, without sorrow, okay, and without painful toil. A lot of us get what we want, but it comes with painful toil. We can't keep it. When it comes to a husband, we get that husband and we can't keep that husband, or it's hard to keep that husband. That's where painful toil comes in. That's where sorrow comes in, because we got what we wanted, we manifested what we wanted, we planted seeds so we can harvest what we wanted, and it wasn't quite what our hearts desired. Okay, it's what our flesh desired. It's what we accumulated and manifested in an ego space. But this nothingness, this new moon energy, this quantum field of infinite possibilities is where you get to start over new. In Mommy God's dark womb, you get to be born again, beloved. All right, so I'm just going to do one more thing and bounce because the time is moving along. This was fun. I just love this. This is fun. So let's just see. And so I don't want to wait too long. So what I'm going to do is, usually when a card doesn't flip out, it's because I have to. But if that one kind of flips. Anna, grandmother, mother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. So now it's time to focus on your divine plan. And just the mother, that's, just the word mother in this card is giving me confirmation that that world card does represent Mommy God's womb. Okay, where we are in that kind of energy. That new moon energy is Mommy God's womb, where we are in position to be pushed out into new beginnings and infinite possibilities. Okay, so listen, pick these pearls up and rock them, beloved. Don't trample them. Have a blessed day. Till next time. Later.